You have a commission, and commission is generally paid to salespeople, and it's a percentage of your total sales or total profits, depending on how the company works it out. Car salesmen work on commission. They get a percentage of the profit that the car dealer makes off the car. Some places, some retail stores, their employees work on commission. Some like telephone sales or door-to-door sales, those are based on commission. Avon, you guys have heard of Avon? If you sell Avon, you make a commission. If you sell Mary Kay, you make a commission. So it's a sales thing. You have to sell, and then you get a percentage of what you've sold. Royalties are a specific type of commission, generally associated with the arts. Artists, musicians, authors receive royalties. And they will either receive a royalty off of the total sales of the album, or maybe a per album royalty.
What about singles?
They would get royalties off that. It's all in their contract how that works out. But like if you write like a jingle for a commercial, you get a certain amount of money every time that commercial plays. You get royalties. It's not like a large amount every single time, but it adds up. If you write a book, you get royalties off the book sales. So that's usually associated with kind of like the arts. Piecework. Pieceworkers are paid for the amount of what they produce. So in the old days, a lot of factory workers were paid piecework paid. You got paid for the number of things you put together. Seamstresses get paid piecework a lot of times because you're getting paid per the dress you make or per the alterations you've done. And so the more you do or complete, the more you get paid. And sometimes it's combined with an hourly rate, like factory workers will sometimes get an hourly rate that's kind of low, and then a piecework rate on top of that in order to encourage them to produce more, because the more you produce, the more you get paid. It's less common today than it used to be. Now, a lot of times they just pay it straight hourly, but piecework pay used to be pretty common in factories. So anybody that's producing, putting together things or building something or sewing together something, that they used to get paid piecework. And some people still do. If Adriana writes a textbook and she gets a 10% royalty on the total sales of the book. The book is $47.95 and she sells 17,000 copies. So the first thing we need to do is how much were the sales. So I'm going to do $47.95 times 17,000 copies. And that's going to be, $815,150. That's the total sales of the book for that year. Now she receives 10% off of that. So I'm going to take that $815,150 and I'm going to multiply it by 10%. Oops. I've transposed my 5 and my 1. So this is her royalties for the year. Okay, so Allison sells cosmetics part-time from door to door. She's paid a monthly commission with 2 M's. She receives 11% of her first 900 and then 17% of the balance. And that happens too, to try to encourage you to sell more. After you reach a certain point, they'll increase your commission. So she sold this many total. So 900 is at 11%. But then the balance is at 17%. So we have to do 1250 minus 900. So that gives me 350 at 17%. So far, makes sense? So I do 900 times 0.11 plus 350 times 0.17. And this is why I should have kept the calculator. So she earned $158.50 that month selling makeup. Okay, so she's paid $85 each and she made 3. So she made $245. 50. 45, yeah. No, 55. 55. I forgot to carry my 1. Okay, now piecework can also be picking things, apparently. So you get 45 cents per container for the first 200 containers of strawberries picked. And then you get 65 cents per container for every container over 200. So he picked 270, so we have a 200 and then we have 70. This is times 45 cents. This is times 65 cents. Okay, so this is 90 and this is 45.50. So picking strawberries, he made 135.50.
Was that like one day or no?
That is last week. What we have is if you sell a car, the dealer profit. So not the total cost of the car, but the profit made on the car. So if, like, let's say you sell a car for $10,000, but the dealer paid $9,000 for the car, that's $1,000 profit. So that's what you're paid the commission on. So if the profit is under 750, the commission is 20%. So we're going to say less than 750 is 20%. Okay? If the profit is 750 to 1,000, your commission is 22%. And if your profit is above 1,000, you're at 25%. Does that make sense? So when we look at that, we've got the difference in profit between a $749 difference in commission. We're going to compare if you sell and you make $749 profit or $750 profit. How much difference will that $1 get you in your commission? Okay, so for this, I'm going to do 0.2 times 749 because if it's under 750, it's 20%. And if it's exactly 750, it's 0.22. Right? Make sense? Okay, this gets me $149.80. This gets me $165. So that $1 in profit equaled $15 extra in commission. And that's on the low end of the scale, right? Did everybody see how that worked? So that one extra dollar ended up being $15 extra in commission. Okay, now if I come and I compare 1,000 and 1,001, 1,000 is at that 22%. And 1,001 would be 25%. So this is 200 and... Oh, I did that wrong on my paper. No. Nope. Because it's situational. So there's not a set formula. This isn't memorizing formulas. This is applying math skills. Okay. So if I sell a $1,000 profit car, I'm going to earn 220, but if I sell a $1,001 profit car, I'm going to have 250.25. So that $1 in profit equaled a $30.25 increase in commission. Okay, this is why car dealers. Okay, so we've got furniture sales. And you get 10% of the first 900 and then 15% on anything above 900. Okay, so let's say if you sold $1,000, you get 10% of 900 and then 15% of 100. Does that make sense? Because it's that balance you have to subtract. All right, so what we get is, it's always going to be 0.1 times 900. And then whatever the balance is, you're going to subtract the 900. So it's x minus 900. Does that make sense? So x would be the total sales. Okay. Now, we're told that she earned $750, so her commission was $750. We have to find out how much did she sell. So that's 90. Whoops, 0.15, not 1.5. And then 135, or sorry, 0.15 times 900 is 135. 90 minus 135 is negative 45. Okay, I combine those two. If I add 45 to both sides, I'm going to get 0.15x equals 795, which I'm going to rewrite up here. And then I'm going to divide by 0.15. So she sold $5,300 in furniture.